AI will change Grand Theft Auto series dramatically. In this video, I'm also going to talk about the release of Wolverine game from Insomniac Games, the date of Game Awards and nominees for Game of the Year, and probably the worst Call of Duty of history and huge failure of Activision. If you want to be up to date with weekly news, please consider subscribing, smash like, leave a comment, you know the drill, my G. Let's start from the Game Awards. It will be December 7th. As you know, on the Game Awards, not only awards are presented, but also new upcoming video games are announced. And if you do the simple math, you know 2 + 2 is 4. Boom. It all is heading to Rockstar announcing GTA 6 on Game Awards 2023. And why do I think like that? Rockstar said they will announce GTA 6 in early December 2023, and we know that Rockstar is also official partner of Game Awards, so we know those motherfuckers will be there. Okay, but let's look at the nominees for the category Game of the Year. We have here 6 titles, and we are lacking sadly Bethesda's Starfield and Blizzard's Diablo 4. It just shows how bad the situation of both of these companies is, because, you know, Starfield was supposed to be the biggest project of Bethesda and Todd Howard in the history, and it doesn't look that they're in good situation, you know. To the 6 titles nominated for the Game of the Year belong Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I can already guess who's not winning the Game Award, and New Zelda. I think the biggest chances of winning has Baldur's Gate 3 and Spider-Man 2. Why do I think like that? Is Baldur's Gate 3 is basically very cool RPG, it's perfect in every single shape, and Spider-Man 2 is, I think, much better in gameplay than the previous game Spider-Man 1, but it's slightly worse in the plot. But those two, I would say, have the biggest chances of winning the Game of the Year. Right now on the screen you can see the most interesting categories, so you can pause the video and read them if you want. But Activision definitely didn't want to read the reviews of new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Ooh, smooth transition. If you don't know what is Call of Duty, it's basically a game where the duty is called. If we look at Steam, we can see the reviews are mostly negative. For example, the Dr.23 did not recommend Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and the reason is that campaign, the worst Call of Duty campaign of all time. Period. Slay. And we can see on Metacritic that the situation is pretty similar. We have mixed score based on 56 critic reviews, and user score is 1.7, which is overwhelming dislike. So the game is shite, you know? But why is this game making gamers furious? The reason is not only because the campaign is short and shite, but also the game costs $70. $70 is like a lot of money. You can buy yourself plenty of better games. I think Hentai Nazi is like $2. Also, this game is really glitchy and buggy. 3 maps were removed from the game like few days after release just because of the deadly spawn issue. And what is deadly spawn issue? Basically, the player spawns alongside enemies over and over again and gets killed constantly. I guess it doesn't really meet the definition of fun. And I understand absolutely everything, you know, every single glitch, every single bug, because recently we have like the trend in the game industry when we release buggy and glitchy games that are not supposed to be released. Many people write on Reddit that in order to play Modern Warfare 2, they have to download updates for Modern Warfare 3. Do you understand it? If you want to play the game, you have to download 190 gigabytes of updates for another game that you don't even have. That's awesome, right? Good job, Activision, you're super cool, really, you're a great company. I feel sorry for the shareholders, you know? And it's literally bullshit that you can have Red Dead Redemption 2 for even lower price, and for $70 you can buy this piece of shit. But are those variables enough to call this game the worst Call of Duty of all time? I invite you to the discussion in the comment section. Wolverine is really mysterious game. We don't know much about it. The only thing we have seen so far is just a teaser. But recently we could read in the art station of one of concepts artists working in Insomniac that the game is rumored to be released yet in 2024. It seems unbelievable to me that we might get Wolverine after such a small period of time after the release of Spider-Man 2, and the information is already deleted, but obviously you can find it was there on ArtStation. Well, Game Awards is soon, so I hope you'll get something from Insomniac Games that will blow our minds. What also always blows our minds is Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption series. The way those series are always few decades ahead is unbelievable. Rockstar Games always has some technological news which make their games irreplaceable on the market, so no doubts AI will be one of them in the nearest future. But how do we know that? Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two, which is the publisher of Grand Theft Auto, says that AI would be really helpful with creating more living and interesting worlds that could change over time. He said also that AI might be directed to creating NPCs that are not only scripted for walking and doing bullshit all the time, but also they might be really funny and different from one another. AI won't make game production any faster, because still it's human who creates the game. He needs to approve every single thing, and the final decision and genius is on his side. I must say that I agree with Strauss Zelnick, which is kind of surprising taking into account who am I agreeing with. AI is definitely hot topic of the industry, and just seeing how it's evolving makes us look into the future of game development and see how games made by AI might look. Who knows, maybe even in GTA 6 we'll see this already implemented into the game. That was all for today, see you next week.